Hello and welcome back to Gemmint MTG. David here. So we got some big news in the graded Magic the Gathering world. Rudy from Alpha Investments has purchased a 69% ownership stake in the company PCG Grading, at least their US operation. I don't know if it's the whole global company, not sure how that company is structured, but he's a majority owner of the US operation. That at least we know. This is pretty big news. PCG is one of the few new grading companies that's really gained some traction in the last year or two. I've talked about PCG multiple times on this channel. I've actually graded with them. I own many PCG graded cards. I really like the company. When I did like that tier list of new grading companies, they were at the top of my list. I've always felt like they had very good grading standards. They have a very good look to the label, nice slabs, pretty good operation in terms of like website, customer service, feedback, just overall presence in the market. I felt like they've been one of the best new companies. So there's a lot to unpack here. I do think it's going to have a pretty big impact on the market, the graded Magic the Gathering market, probably other markets as well, Pokemon, Digimon, whatever else they do. But we talk about graded Magic the Gathering here. So let's digest this for a bit. Let's try to break it down a little bit, what the impact is going to be. So like most things in the world, in terms of when there's a big shift or a big change, there are people who like it, people who don't, people who think they will benefit, people who think it's a detriment. So let's break down the different aspects of this particular development. So I think there are probably going to be people who do not like this. I think that from their perspective, these could be people who just don't like Rudy, don't like the channel, don't like the idea of grading cards, don't like the idea of Magic as an investment or things of that nature. I could see people like that not liking this development, and to be honest with you, those are probably not people who are going to impact this market anyway. These are probably not purchasers or graders of Magic cards anyway. So I'm not really too concerned about that. Other people who I could see, not really liking this development are people who are just diehard Beckett collectors, diehard PSA collectors. They only collect one company. They don't trust the standards or process of any other company, and they're just, there's going to be no pleasing them. You know what I mean? And if you're one of those people, then, I would say don't, if you're, still not interested in PCG and you don't care that Rudy owns it, then that's fine. You can continue doing your thing, collecting Beckett cards, but I wouldn't be surprised if, that premium that gets placed on companies like Beckett and PSA starts to diminish with something like that. So you might want to just kind of reconsider how steadfast you are in that particular point of view. So those are the kinds of people that I could see not liking this development. You don't like Rudy, you don't like Alpha Investments, you're a diehard Beckett or PSA collector, and you don't want more companies taking market share and taking like the spotlight away from those kind of tried and true classic companies. Now, in terms of people who are going to like this, myself personally, I like this. I think this is a fantastic development. I think that I've said it for a long time, we need more diversity in the graded market. We need more companies. We need better options, more options. I just feel like a more competitive landscape in terms of market participants, in terms of vendors. It just makes for a better experience for everybody when you have more options, better options, and companies competing with each other to improve their products and services. That's my point of view on that. So I really like that aspect of it, just that you're bolstering yet another. It's just another reason to bring PCG up in terms of like the notoriety, or however you want to call it. I think it's going to give them an edge that those other companies don't have. Another reason that I think this could be a very positive development is that it's just going to bring more people into the market that might have not really been exposed to it before. There's a lot of people I know, like if you're someone who's been watching this channel for a while, or you've been grading Magic cards for years and years, like there's a lot of stuff that you already know, that you already own, that you've already done. But you have to remember, there's probably 99.9% of people who own Magic cards have never graded a Magic card. They don't own any graded Magic cards. They don't even know what it is. And I think that the more that we can expose people to this market and show them how great it is, how cool it is, this thing that we all enjoy doing, I think it's a good thing. And you can say what you want about Rudy and Alpha Investments and the channel and that kind of point of view of Magic, but in the end, it's bringing more attention to this market. It's bringing more attention to the idea of grading, and it's probably going to introduce a lot of new people into this. And I think that's fantastic. I don't like the whole I've talked about it before. I think like a good kind of way of summarizing it is just like gatekeeping, like where graded Magic is just about super high end vintage cards, Beckett collectors, PSA 10 collectors of very exclusive vintage Magic cards. I don't like that. I think it's very exclusionary. It's very there's just like this gatekeeping aspect to that eliminates so many people from the market. And I want to break down those walls. I want everybody to look at grading Magic cards as an opportunity for them, whether they want to grade a card that they just cracked out of a booster box, or a card that they might have had in their collection for years and years. I want it to become more mainstream, more accepted, and more people involved. And I think that that's something that Rudy brings to the table that honestly no one else could. I mean, there's some other high big name collectors and channels and stuff, but when it comes to Magic investing, Magic collecting, he's at the top of the list. And to have him regularly talking about grading cards and using a new grading company that's kind of new to the scene and doing things I don't know if it's necessarily differently, like it's not that revolutionary. They have a 4-point scale and pretty standard looking label, but it's a new company. It's a company that's gained some traction. And I just think that it's awesome that it's going to expose a lot of people to the idea of grading their Magic cards. So overall, I'm very bullish on this. I think that for a while now, think about it. We need catalysts. It's no secret that this Magic collecting, Magic investing thing has taken a hit. Now, I've talked about how it hasn't been so bad in certain areas. There's areas that haven't been hit as bad, and I think that high grade quality Magic cards is one of those areas. And I think the more we can show people that, hey, no, this is a relatively healthy segment of the Magic market that's relatively stable as well, not as much price swings in terms of how much cards are worth compared to just raw cards or something like that. I think the graded market still has a pretty good amount of stability, collectability. There's a lot of people in the market, and there's not as much of these huge price swings. And I think that showing more people that this side of the Magic collecting world is going to be great. And I think it's just going to be a catalyst. And God knows we need more of those right now. This Wizards Hasbro thing has gotten completely out of control. People are losing faith in the brand. People are losing faith in the cards. People are losing faith in the hobby. And we really need catalysts to bring people into the market, to get more people grading and things like that. And I think that Rudy, publicly talking about this, promoting the brand, is going to do that. And even if PCG might not be your cup of tea and you're like you're Beckett or nothing, or you're like only a PSA 10 collector, like that's fine. Keep doing your thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would say, try to look on the bright side of it, of like, hey, you might be getting more people who they get introduced to PCG through Rudy, and they grade a few new Magic cards, and then they start looking into other companies. Oh, what are the classic companies that are more popular or more established, and you start getting new Beckett collectors, new PSA collectors, and things like that. So I just think overall it's gonna, a rising tide lifts all the ships, and the more people we can bring into this market, the better. So that's my point of view on it. I think this is great. I'm really happy for the development, and glad to hop on and talk about it with you. Once again, if you are not a subscriber here to Gem MTG, hit that subscribe button and join the channel. It's the best way to support this channel with just a click of a button. We're so close to 1.1k subscribers, and it would be great to hit that sometime. So if you're out there watching, yes, you, hit that subscribe button. All right, till next time, thanks. Have a great one.